Hey guys, it's me Falcor, welcome back to a video. It's not another video, because it's been like 2 weeks since the last random clip I posted, because I've been traveling and I've been taking a break, and I met some cool people. Like I met Ray, really cool. I traveled to Kyoto, Osaka, and Nara for a day, and yeah, it was really fun. Now I'm back home, I'm rested, I'm not feeling like death, and I thought I'd record a video. Either way, in today's video, basically what I'm going to be talking about is how I think AE as a company could increase the community communication, participation, and also the player count in AQW currently, possibly AQ3D, and also AQ2D/AQ Unity when it does come out eventually. Some of these things apply to both games and some of them may not be able to be accomplished until AQ Unity. However, we'll just talk about it, so let's go. Okay, the first thing I have on the list is basically more contests which are creative and open to more players. This is just because recently I've seen that AQ3D did an anime opening contest, which I thought was pretty cool. I think they were open for like maybe a month or so for submissions, and it was just really nice seeing all these different clips and basically anime openings which people had made. I think the winner was a Sailor Moon themed one, and yeah, it was really neat. I think seeing those more in the future will get more people to participate in the actual game itself, and also look forward to things like that in the future. I think back in the day as well, if you look at older contests, we're missing some more recently. Like you had baking contests with cakes, you had cookie contests, you had pumpkin carving contests, also house decorating contests. Granted, these prizes back in the day weren't that great compared to now. However, at the time, they were actually pretty decent, as you know, the AC inflation price with items now is currently a lot higher than it was back in the day. And you could buy a couple decent things with like 500 or 1000 ACs. But yeah, overall, I think just more contests are really nice. It's something to look forward to. Besides the contests I just mentioned, I've also put down that it helps them interact with the community, and it just helps them basically understand what the community likes, what they enjoy, and possibly what they could work on in the future. For example, they may be able to add more story or items to a map, or more daily drops, pandering towards that area which people seem to like. For example, if for some reason people are like, oh my god, I love the gorilla fence, so I'm going to make an AQW skit or an AQW music video around gorilla fence, and that was their submission for the contest. They may add, I don't know, a gorilla fence helm which is altered in some way, which people may enjoy. Like, I don't know, maybe a AQ3D version of a gorilla fin helm, if that makes any sense at all. But yeah, basically it will just allow them to see what people enjoy. Now next up for me is a big one. I think people really enjoy and also extremely miss, especially me, and I've talked to other people, other YouTubers, everyone seems to be in the same agreement right now, for the most part, is that custom weapons and custom armors, custom items in general, like the cheeseburgers, are really something people enjoyed. Even if it wasn't just, oh, you get to pick and choose out stuff. Just seeing a single person getting to choose that item and then everyone getting gifted it for a certain period of time was really neat. And I think that was something I really enjoyed. I looked forward to seeing like the cheeseburger in the shop, or just seeing some custom items come in the game and go, wow, even though I don't have it, that's really cool. I know some have been a bit controversial in the past, like the pink colored bulg. I was having a conversation with Ray. Yeah, I think overall, that's one of the things which people miss dearly, especially myself. It's just nice to see at least just a random player get a chance to talk to a mod and the team in general, or choose their favorite mod or team member, talk to them, get something drawn for themselves, like a custom armor, which is gifted to everyone. And even you've got custom storylines based around like Knave 1 with his Interfactor Deorum, which is really cool. And I feel like that's something we kind of miss out on nowadays. Next up on the list for me is going to be the live events, which I see take place in AQ3D. Now in AQW, technically you could say we've had like world bosses before, which do count as live events, but you have people like Gold Raven, who, at least from my knowledge, is able to do his live events on stream and stuff, and players are able to get like a Gold Raven pet or something like that, in AQ3D, and I think that'd be really cool for not only AQW if possible. I think it'd be a bit difficult. They wouldn't be able to have a certain person in game do it, but probably like a mod, like Yoshino or something, or you know, you get what I mean. And even if Yoshino's not a mod, I'm sorry, I forget who's who. But yeah, I think maybe in AQ Unity they could do a bit more with that, and possibly we'd be able to see in the future just more events which players are able to take part in every month or so, and I think it would be something people would come back for, and you know, they'd look forward to it. It'd keep the player base kind of up around that period of time, checking out the website, checking out the game, going, oh, I don't want to miss this next live event, especially if it's a cool item. The next thing I have written down is random raffles. I guess this kind of equates to the custom weapon type thing. However, as you may have seen in Mr. Goon's video recently, he was going through his bank, and in 2014 or whenever it was, he seemed to have won a raffle, which he was gifted with like 50 other people at the time, and they all received like a certain weapon, a certain custom weapon which only 50 people in the game have, or around about 50 people, I forget how many it was exactly. However, just random raffles which people can partake in, say if you buy ACs or a bundle, or you know, you buy membership for example, in the 1 month period, and then the next month the raffle is drawn, 1,000 people are taken out of that raffle, or I don't know, 200 people, and those 200 people are gifted certain items depending on who placed where. I think it's something which would be really nice to see, and it just makes you feel a bit more special when you do have an item like that. Like Mr. Goon's sword, it looks really cool. It's not even a bad weapon. I think it's one of those items where maybe someone would pick it out and go, I've never seen that before, but just knowing that you won is something really nice to know. And I guess that in a way kind of works towards AE as a company as well. They're able to make more money from players supporting the game. Players are more inclined to support the game in general, which I think is pretty nice. Obviously it's not a gamble type mechanic where, oh, if you buy 2 packages you get 2 chances. It may just be a 1 chance per person thing, which I think would be better. But yeah, I feel like that'd be something pretty nice to see. I think something which we've been missing recently as well is things we've seen in the past where we've kind of combined efforts with bands, like One-Eyed Doll and the There May Be Giants and stuff, and just band events recently haven't been that popular. I kind of miss them. I think they'd be pretty cool to see. You know, they usually come with a cool class or some really nice items which people can farm for, and it's just usually a nice event to join in on. I'm obviously a class collector, I do class videos, so I've missed out on like the dark metal necromancer and stuff and all those different things, or whatever they're called, or rockers and grunge things, you know what I'm on about. And I think there's just items which people would really like to see again, or they just like to maybe just partake in the event itself, because, you know, being able to see a band and listen to their music is actually a really nice thing. And I think, like I said as well, overall the communication right now is actually really good. It's more than what most companies do, especially on Twitter with like Alina and stuff, replying to players and listening to what players want. Some people aren't happy when when changes are made because people complain on Twitter. However, sometimes changes are actually needed and the complaints are necessary, and it's good to see them actually focusing on those complaints and going, yeah, to be fair, it seems like a lot of people have the same idea of that they don't like what we've done, so let's either revert it or change it a bit. And yeah, I think in the future, I kind of want to see more of these events in AQ2D or AQ Unity, Infinity, whatever the name is now. I think it's Infinity. By the way, no idea why they changed the name. But yeah, I think overall, I want to see more of these community participation things in the new game, just to keep players coming back, because in my opinion, AQ3D and AQW, it's those types of games where you'll play it and then you'll get bored, and then you'll come back in a year or two and then you'll play it for a bunch of time and then you'll get bored and leave. Having that recurring player base, but more so monthly or bi-monthly for example, would be a lot better for not only AE but for the players. People are able to keep in contact with friends, people are able to talk to people, people are able to play with more people in general. Overall, I just like contests, I like participation with community, I like different things where people can be creative. I'm a YouTuber, I make videos. I'm sure there's other people who want to make like AMVs and cakes and biscuits and everything else under the sun. And it'd be really cool to see those events again. Even if they didn't include stuff like badges, just being able to participate and say, oh yeah, I won that one time and I got this really cool thing is a really nice thing in my opinion. But yeah, sorry for kind of like a rambly video. I hope it was somewhat okay placed. It's the first video back, so you have to forgive me. It's kind of rusty after the 2 weeks. But I hope everyone's doing well. And, you know, good day, good night, good evening, whatever time it may be for you. If you like the ideas, or if you have any more ideas of what could be improved in the future, or what could be, you know, reintroduced, please let me know in the comments. If you don't like any ideas, also let me know. I may have just said something which you've hated, and that's completely fine. I'm going to stick by my beliefs. I'm going to stick by my choices, because I like them. But, yeah. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for joining me. If you like the content, please subscribe, and bye.